Hi friends, myself Tawfiqul Ahmed. So here I am with a video on the topic Introduction to Euclidean's Geometry. Okay, that is from NCERT class 9 textbook Euclidean Geometry. Now let us first try to understand Euclidean. So Euclidean means Euclid. So Euclid is a mathematician. Okay, so he's a teacher of mathematics in Alexandria in Egypt, and he lived from 325 BC to 265 BC. Okay, so before Christ he lived. Now geometry, if you this word geometry comes from a Greek word geometry and metrin. So geometry means earth, metrins means measure. Okay, that means earth here means object. Okay, so measuring any object. For example, when you are drinking water in a glass, the shape of the glass, the concept of the shape of the glass, size, length, volume, so all this concept, it comes from this geometry. Okay, in geometry here different objects is being explained. Okay, and how to calculate their volume, area, this all comes under this geometry section. So Euclidean, what he did, okay, let us in this way, from earlier days onwards, people are making different they're inventing different things. Okay, for example, early men, they're to survive, they are building houses. Okay, so they're making shape, that means geometry, house like square type. Okay, and also they're making spade, knife. So all this concept came under geometry. But whatever they have done, their work process, sometimes they are not documenting that things properly, so that later people will come to know some process, it has been going from one generation to another generation. Okay, by oral, and some in plum leaf. Okay, in this way the process is being carrying on. For example, you can see this example. See here, so this is a pyramids. Pyramids means a shape whose base is some square, it can be rectangle, means any polynomial. Okay, and other face, or you can say surface, are triangles. You can see this. So this is pyramids. Okay, so what the Egyptian they done, they have cut the top part of the pyramids, and they form another object or shape that is called triangulate pyramids. Okay, you can see here. So if the base is square, the top part is also a square. So this is the architecture work of Egyptians. Okay, in this way, in different architectural work was going on. But in some case, though their work was perfection, in some case they doesn't know the reason behind why they calculate in this way, so they are getting exact result. Okay, they are not able to explain the main mathematical concept behind it or scientific reason behind that. And in some cases they are not able to write a proper document on it, or they are not able to keep the records. So what Euclid's he did, he collected all the informations And for example, in some place, this is, so this is a circle, but in some place this may be named differently. In some places the name will be different, so he gave some common name, or you can say common definition of an object, so generation wise people can understand the work of different regions properly. So he pointed, or he coined, or you can say selected the things properly in a systematic manner, so everyone can understand the geometry properly. So what Euclid did in his book Element, that is it is called Euclid geometry means what? Let us first understand what is this Euclid's geometry. So Euclid's geometry is collection of all the non-work. As I said, different periods people are working for different reasons. Like you can say, for one more example, Mohenjo-daro, it is highly civilized society. So here the construction of the house were perfect, roads are perfect, parallel. They have used brick, and they have made a brick whose ratio of length is 2, breadth is 2, thickness is 4:2:1, okay, which is a perfect measurement. Clear? So all the different works, shapes, he collected Euclid, and he has arranged it in his famous treatise called Elements, means book or writings, okay, that is called Element. And in this Element, that is called book 1. So he first defined the different object and their properties and some proof of that object, okay. So what he did, he defined the object first. So in the definition, that is called definition, the statement, okay, which will describe a object, that is called definition in his Element, that is book 1. So definition, you will get 23 definition in that book, but in our textbook, that is from NCERT, only 7 definitions are being discussed. And then we'll come to know properties. So in properties there are again 2 types, axioms and postulates. What is axiom? So axiom is that property which we apply only in mathematical calculation, sorry, not calculus, calculation, only in mathematical calculation. Later we'll come discuss. Let's say, for example, 2 is equal to 2, if we add 2 is equal to 2, if we add 3 both side, same thing, we are adding both side and the answer will come same. So these are some axioms, that is called mathematical calculation. And then another property that is specifically on geometry he discussed, okay, specifically on geometry. For example, again we'll discuss in details. For example, let us say if we want to draw a line, we need 2 points, okay. To draw a line we need 2 points. So these are some postulates, or okay, that is being discussed by Euclid's. And then comes the propositional theorems. Means propositional theorems means whatever assumptions a mathematician that take, and if they are able to prove it mathematically, then that will be called as theorems. For example, that in a triangle, if you add all the angles, it is coming 180 degree, okay. Now first of all, we need to know this is an angle, okay, and this is an angle from where we'll get from this definitions. Okay, this shape is known as angle, this shape is known as line. Okay, these things will get in the definitions. Now then in the postulates we learn the properties of line, properties of angles. Okay, that will be specifically for geometry. Next, as I said, the sum of all the three angles is 180 degree. That will be a theorem, because there is mathematical proof by different means. Mathematical proof that sum of all the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. That will be a postulate. Now in this video we will only just see what are the 7 definitions that is being discussed in our book. Okay, later in later videos we'll discuss axiom, postulates and 1 or 2 theorems. Clear? Now out of this 23 definitions, 7 definitions given in the book, and those 7 definitions are: point, it is defined what is a point, you know, a dot, a position, it is a point. So he defined that a point is that which has no part. It has no part. Just when you're pointing a thing, just you're pointing. Okay, just a point. A line is a breadthless length. Now when it's a line, doesn't mean it is straight, so it can be curved also. So line, it has no breadth. Okay, it is only a straight, means length. Clear? Again, the ends of a line is a point. Now when, see, if you want to draw a line, you will start from a point, then you go on, then when you're ending, again you are ending in a point. Okay, so this end point and this end point is a, sorry, these two end are point. That means you are starting from a point. See, this is a point you are starting and you are ending in a point. Same for curve also. Now what is a straight line? In the definition given, that a straight line is a line which lies evenly with the point on itself. That means one point will be above in this way, so it will form a straight line. Okay, next comes the definition of surface. You know that this is a surface, or you can say the top of table, okay, is a surface. Okay, and it has length and breadth. You know, this is length and this is breadth. So a surface is what? Which has length and breadth. Now sixth one, the edges of a surface are line. This is the edge. In the table you'll get that this part where two surface, where the surface end, it is called edge. Okay, so this is one edge, this is another edge, and this is another edge. Okay, number 7, a plane surface is a surface which lies evenly with the straight line itself. Now what is a plane surface? When many lines are collected one very closely, okay, they are joined very closely, then a surface can be formed. We can say in this way, a surface, what is a surface? A surface is a collection of many points. Sorry, not points. A surface is a collection of many lines. Clear? So these are the 7 definitions that has been discussed in our textbook. Okay, so I hope you have liked the video, and in next part we will try to understand the axioms, postulates and propositions, or you can say theorems. Clear? So one thing lastly I want to say, so Euclideans means it is a collection of different shapes which already people have used. Okay, but the difference is that he just arranged it a systematic way. He have defined that this object is this, and with this object we can do that work. So this some type of arrangement he done, and in a systematic way, so other generations they can use the things properly without any misconceptions. So whenever we say something orally, so from one person to another, when it is passing on, some information we missed out. Okay, so to avoid that problem, he arranged the things properly for better understanding of the next generations. Thank you.